I said to Cheryl on the plane, you don't realise that you can love, and when it happens, it is amazing.
So you love Eric more than you love yourself?
Yes.
Simon Cowell is known for his sharp remarks on TV talent shows. But recently, the world saw him in tears. The cause? His young son Eric's incredible transformation left everyone speechless.
Eric wanted to get into the entertainment industry. You know, kind of what would you say to Eric if he wanted to be in the industry?
From surprising new talents to a whole new outlook on life, Eric's growth has pulled back the curtain on a softer side of Simon that few expected to see. Could fatherhood truly change a man so dramatically? The answer might leave you stunned, and so did Simon's emotional reaction. Fatherhood transformation. Simon Cowell, once known for his sharp tongue and no-nonsense attitude as a TV judge, is now a completely different man. So, what changed him? The answer is simple: fatherhood. The birth of his son, Eric, in 2014, transformed him from a workaholic bachelor to a loving, hands-on dad with a softer side that shocked everyone. But what exactly makes this transformation so remarkable? Could fatherhood really change a man this much? Back in 2014, Simon was busy juggling his career and personal life when he received a life-changing call. His fiancée, Lauren Silverman, was going into labor. Dropping everything, Simon rushed to New York just in time to meet his son. Eric's arrival wasn't just another milestone. It marked a new chapter in Simon's life. The once publicly skeptical bachelor was now a devoted father, and he hasn't looked back since. Simon's parenting journey is full of heartwarming moments. He named Eric after his late father, a touching tribute that emphasizes how much family means to him. From the start, Simon embraced fatherhood, joking about late-night feedings, and even playfully calling his son the boss of the house. Over time, Eric's presence pushed Simon to make significant lifestyle changes. He quit smoking, stopped using Botox, and even moved to the countryside to give Eric a quieter, healthier environment to grow up in. How many dads do you know who would go to such lengths to improve themselves for their child? But it's not just about Simon becoming a better version of himself. Eric also brought a new source of joy and creativity into his life. Together, they've worked on a children's book series called Wish Fits, featuring magical hybrid animals. This project not only strengthened their bond, but also showed the world how much Simon values the time he spends with Eric. Fatherhood has also taught Simon balance. Before Eric, his life was all about work, often working late into the night. Now he prioritizes family time, whether it's playing football with Eric, sharing laughs, or attending red carpet events together. Eric has even inspired Simon to rediscover the simple pleasures of life, like climbing trees or running around outdoors. Simon Cowell's transformation through fatherhood is proof that no matter how set in your ways you are, the arrival of a child can turn your world upside down in the best way possible. So, here's the real question. Could Simon's transformation inspire other workaholic dads to rethink their priorities? And how far would you go to become the best parent you could be? Tribute to his father. You won't believe how one simple name choice changed Simon Cowell's life forever. When Simon welcomed his son in February 2014, he decided to name him Eric, after his late father who passed away in 1999. For Simon, this was more than just picking a name. It was a heartfelt tribute to the man who immensely shaped his life. While the world knows Simon as a tough TV judge, few realize just how big a role his father played in guiding him. Could a name really carry so many deep emotions? Simon often spoke about the bond he shared with his dad, praising him for being a supportive figure who believed in fairness and honesty. When his father died, Simon felt a huge hole in his life. By choosing the name Eric for his own son, he found a special way to keep that connection alive. This tribute became one of the most meaningful decisions Simon ever made. Every time he calls his son's name, he is reminded of the qualities his father stood for: love, guidance, and a dash of humor. The emotional weight behind this name also inspired Simon to focus on family more than ever before. Before Eric came along, work was Simon's top priority. But once his son was born, everything changed. He made sure to be there for the big moments, from midnight feedings to first steps. In interviews, Simon admitted that naming Eric after his father helped him feel like he was never truly saying goodbye to the man who raised him. Instead, he was welcoming his father's spirit into his new life as a dad. This tribute goes beyond words. It represents a promise Simon made to himself: to carry on the love and support he received as a child. By passing down the name Eric, Simon is also passing on the idea that family connection can survive any loss. Sometimes, it only takes one special gesture to turn pain into hope. Even though Simon's father is no longer here, the name Eric breathes life into that memory, ensuring that part of his dad continues to live on in the next generation. Will Simon's father be proud of the man he has become? One thing seems certain. Through his son, Simon is building a lifelong bond that honors the past while embracing the future. And that might just be the greatest tribute of all. Family dynamics. Simon Cowell's family life has become a hot topic among fans, and for good reason. For years, people knew him only as the tough TV judge who dished out blunt critiques. Then, everything changed. He fell in love with Lauren Silverman, became a father to Eric, and even stepped into the role of stepdad to Lauren's older son, Adam. Suddenly, Simon's family grew, and the way they all fit together is both heartwarming and surprising. But what makes their family life so special? And how did Simon adapt to these big changes? One key piece of the puzzle is the friendship between Eric and Adam. Eric, who is still quite young, shares a warm bond with Adam despite their age gap. They're often seen laughing together, whether on family trips to sunny beaches or simple days at home. These small, everyday moments bring them closer, creating a natural brotherhood. Watching the two boys team up is enough to melt even the toughest critic's heart. Lauren plays a crucial role too. She has been the bridge between Simon and Adam, making sure they hit it off. Some might wonder, could anyone have guessed Simon would embrace being a stepfather so easily? Yet here we are. He's not only poured himself into parenting Eric, but has also welcomed Adam with open arms. This new dynamic shows a side of Simon most never expected to see. Then, there's the extended family and friends who join in during vacations and holiday gatherings. From Easter get-togethers with old friends to red carpet events that showcase the entire blended family, it's clear everyone feels at ease. Even Simon's ex-girlfriend, Terry Seymour, remains on friendly terms with him, and she brings her partner and daughter along to celebrate special occasions. That alone speaks volumes about the harmony within this group. Of course, no family is perfect, and they've had their share of drama, especially during the early stages of Simon and Lauren's relationship. But through open communication, compromise, and a willingness to put the kids first, they found a stable rhythm that works for them. Their close bond shows that a modern family can come together in ways you never see coming. Lifestyle changes. Simon Cowell, the man who was once best known for his sharp critiques and no-nonsense personality, is now making headlines for something completely different. His lifestyle changes. Over the years, Simon's life has undergone a complete transformation, and the driving force behind it all is his son, Eric. Becoming a father brought Simon a new perspective, one that has made him healthier, happier, and more grounded. But what changes did Simon make, and how has Eric been the key to it all? You won't believe how much his life has shifted since becoming a dad. One of the first and most surprising changes Simon made was quitting smoking, a habit he had for decades. Eric, being the observant and determined little boy he is, would follow Simon around to make sure he didn't sneak a cigarette. This adorable yet firm tactic worked wonders, and Simon cut back dramatically before eventually giving up cigarettes altogether. Simon even admitted that Eric's eagle eyes kept him accountable, proving just how much a child's influence can reshape a parent's habits. Another major shift was Simon's decision to give up Botox and fillers. Once a fan of cosmetic treatments, Simon realized he had gone too far when even his own son couldn't stop laughing at how different he looked. That moment of humor made Simon reassess his priorities, and he decided to embrace a more natural appearance. Now, Simon focuses on overall health rather than quick fixes, choosing to age gracefully for himself and for Eric. Simon also made big changes to his work-life balance. Before Eric, Simon was a workaholic, often burning the midnight oil. But fatherhood made him realize the importance of spending quality time with his family. Now, he prioritizes weekends for outdoor adventures with Eric, like bike riding and playing football. He even moved to the quiet English countryside to give Eric a chance to grow up surrounded by nature. Imagine Simon Cowell swapping London's bright lights for tree climbing and peaceful walks. Fatherhood truly works miracles. These changes haven't just benefited Simon's health. They've strengthened his bond with Eric and deepened his joy in life. So here's the big question. Could fatherhood inspire more celebrities to rethink their busy lifestyles? And how far would you go to make positive changes for your family? Simon's transformation proves that love for your child can change everything. Father-son bonding. Simon Cowell, famous for his blunt comments and tough critiques, has shown a completely different side. since the birth of his son, Eric. From the moment Eric arrived in February 2014, a remarkable shift took place in Simon's life. The once work-focused TV judge now makes it a priority to spend quality time with his little boy, sharing laughs, adventures, and even tackling new challenges together. But how deep does this father-son bond really go? And could it be the most surprising transformation in showbiz? One of the earliest signs of their close relationship was how Eric inspired Simon to change certain habits.
And what's Daddy been drinking today? Annoying juice.
Annoying juice.
That means I'm really annoying.
Simon used to smoke heavily and worked late into the night, but seeing Eric's concern made him reconsider his lifestyle. Eric would follow his dad around, making sure there were no sneaky cigarette breaks. That level of watchfulness not only showed Eric's worry for his dad, but also proved how deep their bond was. To Simon's credit, he made good on his promise to cut down on bad habits, and Eric's influence remains a key reason for it. Beyond health changes, Simon discovered a new source of joy in ordinary moments, like playing football with Eric, or simply watching him explore nature. He even moved to the English countryside so Eric could climb trees and run around in fresh air. Simon credits Eric for helping him slow down and appreciate family above all else. The once always-on-the-go TV mogul now blocks out time for father-son bonding. Their shared creativity also blossomed through projects like their children's book series, Wish Fits, where they blend imagination and charity. Eric's love for animals helped drive this concept, showing how their bond isn't just about spending time together. They're making the world a little better too. When they're not writing or exploring, Eric is winning hearts on the red carpet, standing by his dad with a confident smile. There's a sense of teamwork in everything they do. Will Eric follow in his father's footsteps on television, or will he choose his own path? And is fatherhood truly powerful enough to soften the harshest critic? These questions spark curiosity among fans. But one thing is clear. Simon and Eric's close bond proves that a child's love can spark real change in a parent's life, and that's a story anyone can celebrate. Eric's influence on Simon. Could a child's watchful eye force a mogul to drop a lifelong habit overnight? That question perfectly sums up the impact Eric has had on his dad, Simon Cowell. Known for his edgy critiques and demanding schedule,
Eric, tell me something. You've got one there, but listen to Eric.
Simon once lived a life filled with late-night work sessions and endless pressures. Then his son Eric arrived, and everything turned upside down in the best way possible. Simon often shares how Eric's presence made him rethink old habits. Before, he was rarely seen without a cigarette in hand, but Eric simply wouldn't allow it. The little boy made sure his dad didn't wander off for a secret smoke, even following him around the garden hedge to catch him in the act. This innocent but firm vigilance led Simon to drastically cut back on smoking, eventually switching to vaping, and later quitting altogether. It's hard to imagine an 8-year-old changing a longtime smoker's mind, but Eric managed to do it with love and determination. Not only did Eric help Simon tackle smoking, he also influenced Simon's view on cosmetic treatments. After noticing Eric staring and laughing at his dad's fillers and Botox, Simon realized he'd gone too far. It was a small, playful moment, but it caused a huge shift in Simon's thinking. He decided he wanted to look like himself again, ditching the injections and embracing a more natural face. It might sound minor, but for someone in show business where looks are always in the spotlight, it was a massive decision. Eric's guidance isn't just about breaking bad habits, though. He also reignited Simon's interest in life beyond work. Before Eric, Simon was glued to his schedule, with an endless stream of auditions and business meetings. Now they spend afternoons playing football or simply chatting about the day. Simon even moved to the countryside so Eric could enjoy nature, a far cry from the glam and glitz of city life. Is fatherhood the real key behind Simon Cowell's major life turnaround? The truth is evident every time the father-son duo appears on a red carpet, where Eric's bright smile shows he's confident in the spotlight yet grounded by his dad's unwavering support. Their bond proves that no matter how busy or driven you are, the simple love from a child can be the strongest force in changing your life for the better. Eric's rockstar aspirations. Eric Cowell, son of the legendary TV judge Simon Cowell, isn't just another celebrity kid living the high life. He's already showing major signs of following in his dad's showbiz footsteps. Ever wonder what it's like to grow up with front row seats to some of the biggest musical events on the planet? From all accounts, Eric seems to love every bit of it, But there's one thing he loves even more: rock music. And if there's one band that truly lights his spark, it's Green Day. From a young age, Eric has shown a deep interest in drums, beating out rhythms that catch his dad's attention. According to Simon, Eric's natural talent is undeniable. It's not every day you see a child so focused and passionate about playing music, especially when he has access to any instrument he wants. Simon is fully on board, helping Eric get the best gear, and even arranging lessons so his little rocker can grow in skill. Could Eric's early dedication land him on a grand stage sooner than anyone expects? On top of Eric's own drive, he also has his dad's expertise by his side. Simon Cowell has discovered countless stars through shows like Britain's Got Talent and America's Got Talent, so it's no surprise he recognizes talent, especially under his own roof. He's proud of Eric's progress and even joked about a future moment when Eric might audition in front of him. But at the same time, the idea of judging his own son's performance seems to make Simon more nervous than facing a panel of network executives ever could. Though Eric isn't quite ready to join a band just yet, he's stacking the odds in his favor. Growing up in a musical household, he hears everything from rock classics to modern hits. He naturally picks up on rhythm and stage presence by watching concerts and TV performances. Most kids his age might only dream of meeting their favorite bands, but Eric could very well share the stage with them someday. Will his ambition drive him to compete on one of his dad's shows? Or will he find a different path to stardom? One thing is certain: Eric Cowell's rockstar aspirations are more than just a passing phase. He's got talent, determination, and a family cheering him on every step of the way. Red carpet appearances. When people think about Simon Cowell, the first image is often the stern TV judge with a sharp tongue. But these days, a different picture is catching everyone's eye. Simon walking down a red carpet, hand in hand with his son Eric, who seems more than ready to share the spotlight. Did fatherhood really transform the tough critic into a proud and doting dad right before our eyes? That may sound unbelievable, but one look at their red carpet moments proves just how down-to-earth and united they have become as a father-son duo. From the start, Simon has made sure to include Eric in his star-studded world. At first, people weren't sure if a young child was cut out for glitzy events packed with cameras and flashing lights. But Eric took to the spotlight like a natural. Wearing comfy jeans or a smart polo shirt, Eric stands next to his dad with confidence, giving out shy smiles or enthusiastic waves to fans. Over time, their appearances on the red carpet have become the highlight of many events, showing a softer and sweeter side to Simon that fans rarely saw in the past. Eric seems to have his own flair for fashion too. While his dad often sticks to a classic black or gray suit, keeping things simple and polished, Eric isn't afraid to add a pop of color. While the world might guess that Simon controls every detail of Eric's look, it's actually Eric who picks out some of his own clothes. Together they form a charming pair, and photographers can't get enough of them. Could this father-son team become the next big fashion icons on the red carpet? Of course, their bond goes beyond matching outfits. Sometimes, Eric offers his dad surprising support, like when he quietly stands by Simon's side during TV interviews, or interacts with other celebrity kids behind the scenes. Fans have even caught Eric offering Simon a playful nudge or a giggle that breaks Simon's usual serious expression. Moments like these show that beneath Simon's calm composure is a father bursting with pride. Parenting. Philosophy. Could fatherhood turn the toughest TV judge into a caring and patient dad? Simon Cowell's life story might just answer that. Known for his blunt critiques and sharp comments, Simon surprised the world after the birth of his son, Eric. While he once believed that work was everything, he soon discovered that family could add a whole new meaning to life. Now, he's the first to admit that his son has been the greatest teacher he never knew he needed. One of Simon's main parenting beliefs is balance. Before Eric, he spent late nights at the office, signing deals and planning big TV shows. Then Eric came along, and Simon realized that the most important moments are the ones you can't buy, like bedtime stories, silly jokes, and weekend adventures. Simon changed his work schedule, cutting back on late-night tasks so he could be around for Eric's special milestones. He wanted his son to know that dad would be there no matter what. Is this the biggest lifestyle shift Simon has ever made? Some people think so, and looking at the results, it's hard to disagree. Another key part of Simon's parenting philosophy is teaching Eric independence. Despite his massive net worth, Simon has said he doesn't plan to leave Eric a huge inheritance. He believes it's better for children to work for their own success rather than rely on a big inheritance. That might sound shocking, but Simon feels strongly that learning to stand on your own feet is better than any gift money could buy. Eric, of course, still enjoys a comfortable life. He's even a member of an exclusive club. But Simon wants him to understand the value of hard work. Health is also a major cornerstone of Simon's approach to fatherhood. After Eric was born, he decided to give up old habits that could set a bad example. Smoking became less and less frequent, especially when Eric started following him around the garden to make sure Dad wasn't sneaking a puff. For Simon, seeing Eric's concern was a wake-up call to make healthier choices. He also stepped away from cosmetic procedures like Botox when he realized it made his son laugh at how different he looked. That playful moment sparked change, and now Simon focuses on more natural ways to look and feel good. Finally, there's room for fun and creativity in Simon's parenting. He and Eric teamed up on a children's book series, blending fun, imagination, and charity. They learned that spending time together creating something meaningful brings them even closer. Could this father-son duo become the next big force in publishing? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear. Simon Cowell's view on parenting is all about love, presence, and helping your child grow into a strong, caring person. Blended family gatherings. Blended families often come with a few twists and turns, but for Simon Cowell and Lauren Silverman, those twists have led to unforgettable gatherings filled with warmth, laughter, and even a few surprises. Imagine stepping into a sunny backyard to see Simon's ex-girlfriend Terry Seymour, her partner, and their daughter chatting happily alongside Lauren, Eric, and Adam. Could this really be the same Simon we once knew, the famously tough TV judge? And did fatherhood truly soften his heart enough to bring everyone together under one roof? Seeing Simon's blended family in action is both heartwarming and surprising. One recent gathering took place over the Easter holiday, where Simon's friends and family members came together to celebrate. Among them were Lauren's older son Adam, who has grown close to Simon over the years, and Eric, the cheeky 10-year-old who often steals the show. Terry Seymour, Simon's former partner, also made an appearance with her own family, proving that old relationships can indeed remain friendly if approached with honesty and respect. Even Bruno Tonioli from Britain's Got Talent popped in, adding a playful spark to the day with his bunny ears and bright blue outfit. The highlight of any blended family gathering is seeing the children interact, and in this case, Eric and Adam have formed a strong bond. In snapshots shared on social media, they can be seen smiling, joking, and even matching outfits on occasion. Back in the day, tension existed between Adam's biological father and Simon, but time has healed wounds, and now Adam proudly stands beside Simon at big events like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The two boys often talk about their summer plans, school updates, or their shared love for the outdoors, anything to keep them laughing while the grown-ups mingle. Lauren plays a key role in keeping everyone connected. As Adam's mom and Eric's mother, she makes sure both boys feel included, from game nights at home to fancy events abroad. The goal is to ensure that no one feels left out or overshadowed. That spirit of inclusion extends to extended family and friends, who happily turn up for birthdays, holidays, or just casual Sunday picnics. So, will this unique family keep growing with more kids or added members? Watching them come together in love and respect shows just how fulfilling blended family life can be. For Simon Cowell and Lauren Silverman, their gatherings are living proof that with open hearts and open minds, even the most unexpected family circle can become a source of true happiness.